You know that stubborn belly fat that just doesn't seem to go away no matter how many crunches, planks, or cardio sessions you do. The kind that makes your jeans fit a little too tight. The kind that creeps up silently even if you think you're eating healthy. Well, what if I told you that there's a simple, science-backed way to melt that dangerous fat away? Not with hours in the gym, not with expensive supplements, but with just 1 tablespoon of something you probably already have in your kitchen. Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's exactly what Dr. William Li, a world-renowned medical doctor and researcher, has discovered through years of studying how food can literally transform our metabolism from the inside out. When people talk about losing belly fat, most of them think about the fat they can see or pinch, but the real danger lies in the fat they can't see. Visceral fat is not just a cosmetic issue. It's a deep internal threat that surrounds your organs like the liver, pancreas, and intestines. Unlike the fat that sits under your skin, visceral fat is biologically active, meaning it behaves more like an organ itself, constantly sending signals and releasing chemicals that disrupt your body's balance. It pumps out inflammatory molecules and hormones that interfere with how your body handles sugar, how it stores fat, and even how it controls appetite. It's sneaky, silent, and dangerous because you might not even know you have it. Even slim people can carry a high amount of visceral fat without showing it on the outside, which is why Dr. William Li calls it a hidden killer. What makes visceral fat so harmful is how it interacts with your metabolism. It releases cytokines, tiny proteins that trigger inflammation throughout your body. This inflammation damages your blood vessels, slows down insulin sensitivity, and can even lead to insulin resistance, which is the first step toward type 2 diabetes. It also affects your liver, flooding it with fatty acids that increase cholesterol and raise the risk of fatty liver disease. Over time, all these small disruptions add up, leading to major health issues like heart disease, stroke, and certain cancers. And because it's located deep in the abdomen, visceral fat is close to your vital organs, making its effects faster and more severe than other kinds of fat. Dr. Li's research has shown that the body's fat is not just storage, it's part of a dynamic system that can either protect or harm you depending on how it's managed. Visceral fat acts almost like a hormone factory, producing substances that increase hunger, slow metabolism, and make your body cling to even more fat. It's a vicious cycle. The more visceral fat you have, the more it tells your body to store fat. The problem is that most people don't realize this is happening internally. You might feel tired, bloated, or have stubborn belly bulge, but inside, your body is fighting constant inflammation and metabolic chaos. This type of fat also affects how your brain perceives hunger and satisfaction. The inflammatory molecules it releases can reach your brain and interfere with leptin, the hormone that tells you when you're full. That's why people with high visceral fat often feel hungrier and crave more sugar and processed foods. They're trapped in a biological loop. It's not just willpower, it's chemistry. And because visceral fat sits so close to your digestive organs, it also impacts your gut health, disturbing the balance of good and bad bacteria, which further contributes to inflammation and weight gain. Visceral fat doesn't just affect your physical health, it affects how you feel every day. It makes you sluggish, lowers your energy, and can even impact your mood due to chronic inflammation affecting neurotransmitters like serotonin. It's the kind of fat that quietly chips away at your well-being without dramatic symptoms at first, but over time it leads to serious health decline if not addressed. Olive oil is far more than a kitchen staple. It's one of nature's most powerful metabolic activators. According to Dr. William Li's research, the secret behind its fat-burning power lies in its ability to activate brown fat, the special kind of fat that doesn't store calories but burns them. Unlike white fat, which sits under the skin or around the belly and serves as energy storage, brown fat is rich in mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses in your cells that generate heat by burning calories. When brown fat is switched on, it consumes energy from white fat, including visceral fat, helping your body burn calories even while you rest or sleep. Olive oil, particularly extra virgin olive oil, contains potent polyphenols that trigger this process. These natural compounds stimulate the mitochondria in brown fat cells to work harder, turning your body into a fat-burning furnace from within. What's fascinating about this is that it's not about eating less or working out more. It's about teaching your body to use energy efficiently. When you consume 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil daily, you're essentially signaling your metabolism to shift gears. Your body begins to prefer burning stored fat over storing more of it. This happens because olive oil influences genes that regulate fat metabolism and energy expenditure. In simple terms, it helps your body remember how to stay lean, something that's often lost with age, stress, and poor diet. The polyphenols in olive oil also enhance the sensitivity of your cells to insulin, meaning your body can handle sugar better and prevent the spikes that usually lead to more fat storage around your midsection. Another important effect of olive oil is on the blood vessels. Dr. Lee's work highlights that olive oil improves angiogenesis, the process by which new, healthy blood vessels form. This is crucial for delivering oxygen and nutrients to muscles and tissues, while preventing the excessive blood vessel growth that feeds fat tissue. By promoting healthy circulation, olive oil ensures that your organs and muscles get what they need while starving the unhealthy fat deposits that contribute to visceral fat. The result is not just fat loss, but a more balanced, efficient metabolic system overall. Olive oil also has thermogenic effects, which means it increases your body's ability to generate heat through calorie burning. Even small amounts can subtly raise your body's metabolic rate over time. It's not a quick burst like caffeine gives, it's steady, sustainable, and deeply rooted in your body's biology. People in Mediterranean regions where olive oil is a daily staple naturally have lower levels of visceral fat and longer lifespans, and studies show this isn't a coincidence. Their diet activates brown fat, improves insulin balance, and keeps inflammation low, all thanks to regular olive oil consumption. When you take that single tablespoon daily, you're not just adding a healthy fat, you're activating a biological switch that turns on your fat-burning potential. You're teaching your body to burn fat like it did when you were younger, restoring a natural rhythm that keeps your metabolism active around the clock, even when you're doing nothing at all. Olive oil does much more than just burn fat. It creates a healthier internal environment that allows your body to release fat naturally. One of the key ways it does this is by improving gut health and reducing inflammation, two factors that are deeply connected to how your metabolism functions. Inside your gut lives a complex community of bacteria known as the microbiome. These trillions of microorganisms control digestion, hormone balance, mood, and even fat storage. When your gut bacteria are in balance, they communicate properly with your brain and body, helping regulate appetite and energy levels. But when they're imbalanced, often due to processed foods, sugar, stress, or antibiotics, they trigger inflammation, cravings, and fat accumulation, especially around the abdomen. Olive oil, rich in natural polyphenols and antioxidants, helps restore that balance. It feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut while suppressing the harmful ones that cause inflammation and weight gain. The polyphenols in olive oil act as prebiotics, meaning they serve as food for your good gut microbes. These microbes ferment the compounds and produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which calm inflammation, strengthen the gut lining, and improve metabolic health. A strong gut lining is vital because when it's weakened, toxins and undigested particles can leak into your bloodstream, triggering systemic inflammation. This leaky gut is one of the major causes of stubborn visceral fat and bloating. By nourishing your gut bacteria and supporting the gut wall, olive oil helps your body return to a balanced, anti-inflammatory state where fat burning can happen naturally. Dr. William Lee's studies emphasize how inflammation and fat are interconnected. When your body is inflamed, it holds onto fat as a form of protection. The immune system interprets inflammation as a sign of danger and starts storing energy for survival, which makes losing belly fat much harder. Olive oil breaks this cycle by lowering the inflammatory markers in your body. Its antioxidants, particularly oleocanthal, mimic the effects of anti-inflammatory medications, but naturally and without side effects. With regular use, just 1 tablespoon a day can help quiet this internal fire, allowing your metabolism to work more efficiently and your hormones to function properly. Hormones like insulin, ghrelin, and leptin play crucial roles in fat regulation. Insulin controls blood sugar and fat storage, while leptin signals fullness and ghrelin triggers hunger. When inflammation and poor gut health interfere with these hormones, the brain receives mixed signals. You feel hungrier, crave sugar, and store more fat. Olive oil helps reset the system by stabilizing insulin sensitivity and supporting healthy leptin response. As a result, your body becomes better at distinguishing between true hunger and emotional cravings. This combination of gut healing and inflammation reduction has a ripple effect throughout your entire system. Digestion becomes smoother, bloating subsides, and energy levels stabilize. Your immune system becomes stronger, and your cells stop being trapped in a constant state of stress. Over time, your body shifts from storing fat to burning it because it's no longer fighting against chronic inflammation. Olive oil creates the ideal internal conditions for long-term fat loss by healing your gut, balancing your hormones, and restoring your body's natural ability to metabolize fat efficiently. When it comes to burning fat and improving health with olive oil, the key is not only what you take but how consistently you take it. The quality of the olive oil you use and the regularity with which you consume it determine how effectively your body will respond. Dr. William Lee emphasizes that 1 tablespoon of high-quality, extra virgin olive oil daily can create measurable changes in your metabolism, inflammation levels, and visceral fat, but not all olive oils are created equal. The market is flooded with cheap, refined, or light olive oils that have been stripped of their beneficial compounds. What makes extra virgin olive oil so special is that it's unrefined, cold-pressed, and packed with polyphenols, powerful plant compounds that trigger your body's natural fat-burning mechanisms. These compounds are sensitive to heat and processing, which means only cold-pressed oils retain their full health benefits. That's why choosing the right oil is the first and most important step. When you use high-quality extra virgin olive oil, you're getting the full range of bioactive compounds your body needs to reduce visceral fat and inflammation. Polyphenols like olecanthal and hydroxytyrosol are potent antioxidants that protect your cells from oxidative stress while helping to regulate metabolism. You'll notice that true extra virgin olive oil has a peppery, slightly bitter flavor at the back of your throat. This is a sign that it's loaded with these protective compounds. Dr. Lee points out that the oils with the strongest, freshest flavor are often the ones with the highest levels of polyphenols, meaning they're the most effective for health benefits. It's worth paying attention to harvest dates and origin when buying olive oil because fresher is always better. Oils stored in dark glass bottles and kept away from heat and light retain their potency longer. But quality alone isn't enough. The benefits of olive oil come from consistency. Your metabolism doesn't change overnight and your fat-burning systems don't switch on after one dose. It's about building the habit and letting your body adapt. 1 tablespoon daily taken at the same time each day sends your body a steady signal to activate brown fat, improve insulin sensitivity, and reduce inflammation. Whether you take it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, drizzle it over your salad, or mix it into a smoothie, the key is not to skip it. Over time, this consistency builds momentum. Within days, your digestion may feel smoother and your energy more stable. Within weeks, you might notice your appetite balancing and your waistline tightening. The effects are cumulative and subtle but powerful when maintained. Cooking methods matter too. Since heat can destroy some of olive oil's delicate polyphenols, it's best to consume it raw or with minimal heating. Use it as a finishing oil rather than for frying, or mix it into foods after they've cooled slightly. This preserves its nutrients and ensures that your body receives the full spectrum of its metabolic benefits. Many people in Mediterranean cultures don't treat olive oil as a supplement but as an everyday essential. They add it to almost every meal. That's why their diets are naturally anti-inflammatory and heart protective. Dr. Lee's approach isn't about drastic changes but small, sustainable ones that build over time. When you choose a high-quality oil and take it daily, you're reinforcing the body's ability to burn fat, maintain healthy hormones, and protect itself from disease. The secret lies in simplicity and consistency, allowing nature's own medicine to do its work gradually and effectively through daily practice rather than occasional effort. Food has the power to heal, protect, and transform the body in ways most people underestimate. Dr. William Lee's philosophy revolves around the idea that eating should never be about deprivation or strict dieting, but about feeding the body the right information so it can function the way it's meant to. When you eat, you're not just filling your stomach, you're sending messages to your metabolism, your hormones, and even your genes. The body is incredibly intelligent. It knows how to burn fat, regulate appetite, and repair itself, but it needs the right signals. When you eat whole, natural foods like olive oil, vegetables, fruits, and lean proteins, you're turning on the genes that promote fat burning, reduce inflammation, and enhance longevity. When you eat processed foods, sugars, and unhealthy oils, you're doing the opposite. You're triggering the genes that store fat and accelerate aging. That's why Dr. Lee often says food is medicine, not restriction. You don't heal your body by starving it, you heal it by feeding it what it truly needs. This approach removes the stress and guilt associated with dieting. Instead of focusing on cutting out calories, it's about adding in nourishment. Olive oil is a perfect example because it delivers essential fatty acids, antioxidants, and polyphenols that repair your cells while improving how your body processes fat. When you use it daily, it tells your body to burn fat instead of storing it. This isn't a trick or a short-term hack. It's aligning your body with its natural biology. Dr. Lee's research shows that the human body is equipped with systems designed to resist disease and maintain balance, but they need the right foods to function properly. When you give your body those foods, you activate processes like angiogenesis, regeneration, and metabolism optimization. That's why adding something as simple as a tablespoon of olive oil daily can have profound effects over time. It works with your biology instead of against it. This food as medicine philosophy also changes the way you experience eating. Instead of seeing meals as a struggle between cravings and willpower, they become opportunities to heal and energize yourself. You stop counting calories and start recognizing how foods make you feel energized, calm, bloated, or sluggish. When your body receives real nourishment, your cravings naturally fade because your cells are satisfied. That's why people who follow Dr. Lee's guidance often find that they lose fat without feeling hungry or deprived. The foods they eat, olive oil, leafy greens, nuts, berries, and seafood, work synergistically to restore balance. Each one supports a different system in the body: metabolism, circulation, gut health, and cellular repair. This approach also empowers you to take control of your health without relying on pills or extreme diets. It's sustainable because it fits into real life. You can enjoy flavorful meals, feel satisfied, and still make progress toward a flatter stomach and healthier body. It's not about perfection but consistency. Every time you choose a nourishing food, you're reinforcing your body's healing systems. Over time, this becomes effortless because your body starts craving what it truly needs instead of what gives temporary pleasure. The beauty of using food as medicine is that it doesn't just transform your waistline, it transforms your mindset, teaching you to see food as your greatest ally in health, energy, and longevity rather than something to fear or restrict.